debate, sitting on our couch and roasting pop culture. Today we're going to talk about Moon Knight. Yes, so last night I watched Moon Knight and I have thoughts. Yeah, I got a lot. You were just like in my inbox like, I really like this.
It was so good. I was so excited. So let's give a quick little rundown of episode 1. Try to be spoiler free, but just watch the damn show.
Well, we start with this guy who puts glass in his shoes and then puts them on. Now, this is not what Disney taught me was a glass slipper, but apparently it's 2022 and this is now.
It's a glass slipper for the new millennium.
And then we wake up and this guy's tied to his bed because,
Because I had my crack at him because he's Oscar fucking Isaac. So I guess I'm on guys again. Thanks, Oscar Isaac. So he wakes up and you can tell that he's been in full werewolf mode because he has, for some reason, a Rubik's Cube and a bunch of sand around his bed. And his door's taped like your hotel door in high school so that the teachers put a piece of tape on your door so they know you ain't fucking. And even though you were. And then, so he wakes up and then he sees a fish. And of course, being a student of story, but through the whole thing, I was like, don't kill that fucking fish. You better not kill that fucking fish. Because his name is Gus and my dog's name is Gus. And that would make me really sad. But they do show that little Gus has one little Nemo fin. And they can talk about Nemo because it's owned by Disney. Get it? Anyway.
Get it? Yeah.
So some things happen. Oh, no. I want to tell this part because it was my favorite part. So I also have, 2 dragons inside of me. And one hoards knowledge and the other hoards trinkets. And they both really like when they go to the British Museum. And they went to the British Museum! And that's my favorite place in the entire fucking world! Literally, I would live there if I could. And he works in the little shop. And I love the little shop. I love the little shop. So he works there. It's almost so cute.
It's almost like this show was made for you or something.
I know!
Disney is knowing their consumer.
No, it's even better. It's even better. Because when I was a wee youngin', a wee one, back 400 years ago, when I was born, on the shores of Lake Cuvienen, before Orome came and took me to the land of the Valar. So when I was a wee one, I was obsessed, I still am, with, guess what? Ancient Egypt! That's why I have a fucking master's degree in archaeology! Because I loved ancient Egypt. And I was obsessed with it. So I was so excited. No. Even better. When I was a little kid, I used to call Big Bird, my little Big Bird. I had a little Big Bird. I called him Hoppidoo. Guess what? This is proof for reincarnation. Hoppidoo is the ancient Egyptian word for bird. This show was made for me. Okay. And then things happened, and I got really high, and I started stimming like crazy, and then I don't know what happened, but it was a really good show.
Okay, I don't know much about Moon Knight as a character. It's not one that I ever really got interested in. I always kind of thought, oh, it's just Marvel's version of Sandman, but I think I'm wrong. When I was watching this, I was like, okay.
Alright,
what the? I was literally, I was expecting that I was getting a show about Marvel's premier narcoleptic superhero. It turns out it's not that. It's not that at all. This guy, he voluntarily chooses not to sleep and that's why he kind of keeps falling asleep. It's just really weird to me, Why would you want to stay awake? I don't know. I don't think he quite understands what's going on at this point, but he accidentally falls asleep. He wakes up in Switzerland. He kills a bunch of people, but he's not aware that he does it. He's just covered in blood. And there's some guy with some scales who's killing people, but judging people, judgy. He seems to have a bad memory. Weird things seem to happen around him. his fish had one fin, and then it had two fins.
And he tried to return it. I was really upset because he returned it in his, like, blender. Like, he had him in a blender, and I was like, don't you fucking hurt that fish.
You leave
Gus alone.
It's a double entendre. There's a goldfish, but also he has a brain like a goldfish. Get it? Get it?
I have a goldfish copy.
He doesn't know what's going on. It's like he's two people.
Ah! Damaged! Hot! Egyptian! Mexican! Well, he's not Mexican. I think he's Cuban. And
he's
like,
very cute.
British.
He's very cute and he's very bumbly. There's basically he's two characters. Yeah. He's Steven and he's Mark. Mark is considerably hotter than Steven, but they are the same guy. If that makes sense.
That is a lie, and I am suing you for libel because Steven is super duper hot in this. No, he's even hotter because he's just so bumbling and like just. I immediately went and bought the comics and said, okay, you know, this is really cool. I want to read more of this. My brother's read the comics and he said the comics were really good. So I went and bought some for my Kindle, and Amazon, please sponsor us. Even though we talk shit about your shows all the time. So I went and bought the comics. Apparently, Steven is not in the comics bumbling pseudo-archaeologist working in the British Museum. He's actually like a millionaire playboy Bruce Wayne's type, so that's fine.
But that's been done. We're bored of it now.
Yeah,
like
we don't need another Tony Stark
in the Marvel universe. Yeah.
The art is so cool because Moon Knight is just negative space, and as an artist, I really appreciate that. Like, I really appreciate that.
I get it. You have a crush on Oscar Isaacs. Now, I've never really seen him in anything where I've been impressed. And like, he always starts out okay, but then it kind of just, and I don't think it's his fault. I think it's more like
it might be the parts.
Like, for example, I was thinking of him as Poe in Star Wars, and I liked him in Force Awakens, but then what the writers did to his character, like, did he piss somebody off in the writing team or something? Because they turned him into a right bell end.
Belly. It's like a penis. It's like a bell. And
oh, he's cute to boot, no doubt. But I've never seen him in anything where I'm like really captured by him. But I was in this. I really liked him in this. Because when they said, oh, there's this new show, Moon Knight, and also, you know, it's going to be Oscar Isaac's lead, I was like, oh, really? Oh, okay. All right, come for me, it's fine. I know you're sitting there like plotting my murder right now, but no, I was like, but I take it all back. I watched that last night and it had my attention. I was trying to take notes and I was like, no, I'm just gonna watch this.
You're too into it. I was so excited. I had seen the costume before, but it really brought home how much that it is just a stitch for stitch remake in white of the Nightingales from Skyrim. I don't know, but he's like half mummy, he's half Nightingale, and all
because of Egypt. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
Because it's Egypt.
Get it? Yeah. There's a lot of Egypt.
That's what that master's degree got me.
Let's talk about like what was your like favorite moment in the show?
He was like looking at some of the media posters.
The poster, and he was
like,
wrong.
Like, this isn't the idiot. There's supposed to be 9 of them, and I was like, oh god, just sit on my face. So, and then I watched the rest, and I just loved the whole thing, and I loved the very end when you actually got to see Moon Knight, and I was like, I'm gonna like this.
My favorite part was you know, when he wakes up and he's like in the Alps, and there's this guy here, and he had like a scale tattoo, and he's like measuring whether you're a good person or a bad person.
At the end, when you die, you basically have your soul weighed against a feather, and if the feather is lighter than your soul, like if you're a good person, it means that your soul and the feather will be equally light. But if you're a bad person, your soul is heavy. And so that's what that's in reference to. I really liked that because I knew exactly what that was.
There was she said, I've done everything, I've always done everything good. And he's like, well, it's something that you might do.
Yeah.
You know? And then he later referenced like saying, you know, do you wait for somebody to commit a crime and do bad? Or do you
He's in the future crimes division.
The show in itself was quite comical. Like I wasn't expecting to laugh as much as what I did.
Yeah.
Like I laughed, I was a bit scared. It had my interest. It kind of ticked a lot of boxes for me of things that I like to watch. I like things that are silly and funny, but I also like things that are gripping and dramatic and
I feel like that's very Marvel
and
too.
Blood. And blood, lots of blood. Lots and lots of blood. I like blood. It's all good.
Yeah. It kind of, I think I'm drawn to the comics for the same reason that I like Deadpool, where it's like, yeah, it's funny and it's kind of lighthearted in places, but it's also like more the psychological damage.
The way the show did it as well, where it sort of cut away and then in the next scene he had already done it, so it kind of left this level of mystery for the audience as well.
And he gets to stay innocent. Yeah, like you get to keep that like Steven innocence. So if you discover something because it got popular, that is not a bad thing. So like I watched this and then I immediately got at my antique writing desk, sat down, got my fountain pen, said, "Dear Internet, please send me this comic book forthwith." I put a stamp on it, put it in the internet, and they sent me Moon Knight to my Kindle, and that was really cool. And so I got to read it, and I got to get more immersed, and it made me really, really happy. And so I get really annoyed when people say that you're not allowed to like something because it got popular.
Yeah, I think that's a really stupid thing. I mean, I am not familiar with Moon Knight. That doesn't mean I don't read comics. I read a fucking shit ton of comics.
We love comics.
I've been a massive like mutant nerd since I was a kid. And believe me, like most fanboys watching this would be fucking envious of the shit I've got under my bed. Like, seriously.
Because they're virgins and they're not having sex. And it's equipment. You knew I'd turn this into a vibrator joke.
It's just lots of comic books. I'm sorry, I don't have any vibrators under my bed. I keep that in my drawer.
Oh, you classy bitch, I guess.
And
so come for us, fanboys. We liked Moon Knight after it became popular.
Yeah, fuck it. You know, once we can say that, and it's cool, and it's fine. And like shit because you like shit. You don't have to make excuses for why you like stuff. It's fine.
It became popular because it's really good, Deborah. It's good. Let's all watch it. Let's read the comics. Let's shout out to the creators of cool worlds that we like to live in because the real world is trash.
Give it a little rating. Is it a hot potato or is it a rock potato?
This is, I can only say this is a hot fucking potato. This is a roasty, toasty, lightly fried, like 15-hour potato that is soaked in Oscar Isaac butter and given to me on an antique golden plate that has Egyptian hieroglyphs on it that I can read because that it was my special interest for many, many years. So, hot potato.
Hot potato, hot potato.
You don't say hot potato.
Hot potato.
Hot potato.
Let's say hot potato. It was great. It was great. I really loved it. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm glad I didn't watch it on Wednesday because now I only have to wait 5 days till the next episode of 7. Yay!
This is the only homework I liked doing. How do we
signing off?
I got it. Enjoy our brunch, and I'm going to do that again because it's not what I wanted to say. Mark took over. We are going to get back to our brunch. We are going to drink orange juice with wine in it. And we are going to watch Moon Knight again because it was really solid. So did you enjoy it? Do you think it's trash? Were you offended by the references to the Armenian genocide? If you like it, we have a Patreon. You're welcome to join it. And we don't have a tagline yet, so until next time, go eat some potatoes, I guess. So until next time, may you always find water and shade.
With potatoes.
That's still bad. Until next
so.
time, make sure you put tape on your door and put sand around your bed because apparently it's a sex thing. I think this is going to awaken something in me. Perhaps
I think it already has.
an American playboy who wears a white nightingale outfit. And he fell asleep inside of me.
Alright, I'm gonna make some Frank Spencer jokes. Ooh, Betty, ooh.